Poseidon's revenge on Odysseus once upon a time, in the aftermath of the Trojan War. The great Greek hero Odysseus began his journey back home to Ithaca. Little did he know that the god of the sea, Poseidon, harbored a deep grudge against him. The story of Poseidon's revenge on Odysseus is a tale woven with divine wrath, perilous adventures, and the indomitable spirit of a hero. The curse of Polyphemus, the seeds of Poseidon's wrath, were sown when Odysseus and his men landed on the island of the Cyclopes. There, they encountered the fearsome Polyphemus, a one-eyed giant and the son of Poseidon. Odysseus, using his wit and cunning, managed to blind Polyphemus and escape. However, before they could sail away, the vengeful Cyclops called upon his father, Poseidon, to curse Odysseus. He prayed that Odysseus would never return home, or, if he did, that it would be after a long and arduous journey, bereft of all his companions. The fury of the sea Poseidon, angered by the harm done to his son, unleashed his fury upon Odysseus. As the hero sailed across the vast seas, Poseidon stirred up violent storms, causing shipwrecks and scattering Odysseus's fleet. The sea god's wrath was relentless, sending monstrous waves and ferocious winds to thwart Odysseus at every turn. The island of Aeolus seeking refuge, Odysseus and his men arrived at the Island of Aeolus, the god of the winds. Aeolus, sympathizing with Odysseus's plight, gifted him a bag containing all the winds except the gentle west wind, which would carry them home. However, the curiosity and greed of Odysseus's men led them to open the bag, unleashing a tempest that drove them back to Aeolus's island. Aeolus, believing that Odysseus was cursed by the gods, refused to help them further. The Laestrygonians and Circe, Poseidon's revenge, continued as Odysseus and his remaining crew encountered the cannibalistic Laestrygonians, who destroyed all but one of their ships. They then arrived at the island of Aeolus, home to the enchantress Circe. Though she initially turned Odysseus's men into swine, with the help of the god Hermes, Odysseus was able to free them and gain Circe's favor. Despite Circe's hospitality, Odysseus's journey was far from over. The descent into the underworld Circe advised Odysseus to seek the wisdom of the blind prophet Tiresias in the underworld. Braving the terrors of Hades, Odysseus learned from Tiresias that he must make a long and perilous journey home, appeasing Poseidon by offering sacrifices once he reached Ithaca. The Sirens, Scylla, and Charybdis continuing his voyage, Odysseus faced the alluring Sirens, whose enchanting song threatened to lure his crew to their doom. With his ears plugged and himself bound to the mast, Odysseus resisted their call. Next, he navigated the deadly straits between Scylla, a six-headed monster, and Charybdis, a monstrous whirlpool. Despite losing more of his men, Odysseus pressed on, determined to reach his homeland. The island of the sun god Poseidon's vengeance reached its zenith when Odysseus's men, driven by hunger, slaughtered the sacred cattle of the sun god Helios. In retribution, Helios demanded Zeus punish the transgressors. Zeus sent a violent storm that destroyed Odysseus's ship, drowning all his men. Odysseus alone survived, washed ashore on the island of Aeolus, where the nymph Calypso held him captive for several years. The final trial after 7 years, the gods, except for Poseidon, decided to allow Odysseus to return home. With the help of the goddess Athena and the messenger Hermes, Odysseus built a raft and set sail. However, Poseidon, upon seeing him at sea, unleashed one final storm, wrecking the raft and leaving Odysseus clinging to life. Guided by Athena, he washed ashore on the island of the Phaeacians, who provided him safe passage home. Home at last, after 10 long years of struggle and perseverance, Odysseus finally returned to Ithaca. Though Poseidon's wrath had cost him his crew and subjected him to endless trials, Odysseus's cunning, bravery, and determination saw him through. He reclaimed his throne, reunited with his faithful wife Penelope, and embraced his son Telemachus, ending his odyssey with the hard-earned peace of home. Thus, the tale of Poseidon's revenge on Odysseus stands as a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, even in the face of divine retribution. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey. If you enjoyed Poseidon's story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mythological adventures. Until next time, may friendship guide your path and courage light your way.